Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Early Break. Bill Busch will be here very shortly. He tells me he wants you to get to the YouTube stream in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes from now. So if you're not watching, get to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Allo, Channel 951. Watch the show that way because I guess he's got a special entrance coming here at about 6.
We don't know.
We don't know. I know. He has told me it's going to be electric, but he will be here shortly with some sort of introduction.
We'll be surprised as anybody.
We will be.
Huh.
We will be.
Jay.
Yes. You can call or text 402-464-5685. Again, watch and comment. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Allo, Channel 951. Our first hour sponsored by our good friends at Gaina Trucking. Check out their current job openings at GainaTrucking.com.
Well, the first few minutes we can say,
Idle chit chat. Yes, off the bat. See, that's the thing. When he's not here and he's here, in a few minutes, he misses the first part of idle chit chat, which is very important. So I'm gonna play this right now. Ready for this? Ready for idle chit chat? Let's do it right now.
Their sports takes are great,
generally speaking,
but the random conversation are even better.
I don't know if you want to talk about that on the radio.
You just did.
You just did. I mean, we're not just talking amongst ourselves.
It's time for Idle Chit Chat on Early Break, sponsored by Newton's Lawn Care.
I want to bring up something that put me in the doghouse last night real quick and see how you respond to this, okay? Ready for this?
Yes.
Last night, I get home from playing a round of golf at Woodland Hills in Eagle. It was a tournament.
It was a tournament.
And my wife tells me that she went for a run for the first time in a while, but 2-mile run, just get the legs back. And she tells me she got chased down by a couple dogs. So I'm thinking, okay, pit bulls here.
Oh,
we have a problem. She tells me she gets chased down by corgis, and I started laughing. And she didn't appreciate that. I say, well, what do you mean? What are you laughing about? The dogs chased me down. So I'm just having this visual of corgis with the little stump legs and their big smiley faces chasing you down as you run. And I got
you're in a fix.
Listen, she yelled at me.
You're in a fix.
She went downstairs. I got in the doghouse. I did apologize, but in my head, I had this visual of just myself getting chased down by corgis, which is apparently what happened in our neighborhood last night. On her run.
She wanted a level of sympathy and you laughed.
I did. And I feel terrible about it because I didn't think she was going to react that way. Okay, but again, you've got pit bulls in your area. You've told us about pit bulls in the past.
I got run up on a porch by a pit bull, and I had my shirt off. It's summer, and I knocked on this poor lady's door, and she called the police. But quickly the police came, and they saw the pit bull, eyeing me on the porch and figured out what was going on. And the guy was like, Sipple. And I was like, well, yeah. I mean, what was I supposed to do? And he goes, no, you did the right thing. But anyway, you're in a fix.
I apologize. Now, it was a rough half hour. So I just finished golfing. She was fine. Because she says that corgis tend to nip at your ankles. I'm like,
they do.
That's unfortunate. It was like poodles. Poodles look like they're harmless, but they will nip at you.
Yeah,
they will.
It's never good. Just about any dog coming at you. I don't even know what a corgi looks like.
Corgis are the little orange and white dogs. They have like the shortest legs in the history of the world. Like, they're hilarious. Like they're royalty over in England, basically. The queen, the king, they always have the little corgi.
I mean, I have dogs. That. I have Bullet, and Bullet is a very he's a very nice dog. He's got the most beautiful temperament, but he will. I hesitate to say the word charge, but he will run at someone who's running by the house. He will. And I always will say, hey, he won't do that. I always say he's super nice. He won't do anything. Don't worry to the person. But that person doesn't really know, right?
Right. They don't.
And you've seen
as we're talking, Bill is roaming the hallways ready for his entrance. And here we go.
Oh, God.
Bill Busch is in. Oh my God! This is. Hang on. What is happening here?
Oh, the ducks.
Oh, I assume Bill is bringing in.
I thought you were bringing sugar.
And what does Bill say in the introduction? I want to buy a couple ducks for the studio.
And there they are.
Look, if you are not on the YouTube stream right now,
are we gonna have
or
these can we have these in the studio forever?
What's that?
Forever? Get in the microphone.
Yeah, please bring in the microphone here. This is
Those are beautiful.
electric. Bill said this would be electric, a big shock.
Hey, look at these.
Look at the
how
ducks.
cute they are.
Look at them.
They didn't smell good. How did you get the ducks?
Where did you find these ducks at?
I got them
Bill?
at Tractor Supply.
That's where you
It's
get 'em.
Pablo and Cruz. Pablo and Cruz.
Which one is which?
Pablo's over here.
Pablo's on the.
Yeah, this
on
is
my
Cruz
left.
here. Yeah.
Pablo and Cruz.
Now they switched.
No, it's fine if you mix them up. They don't even care.
Oh my God.
Got them at Tractor Supply. Got them yesterday. We had quite an evening. We had to keep the cats and dogs out of the garage for this one.
Well, you get this on.
What's that? Yeah, that's part of Bugs' cage.
You're gonna have to find a
Bugs,
cover.
the large rabbit, part
Or
of his
king.
cage is known for the ducks.
Yeah.
The cats.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how Trixie did this because we'd have to incubate the chickens for a period.
Yeah.
And the cats wouldn't do anything.
We have ducks.
Although I
in
have
this-
heard of the
I
dogs.
gotta take a
go after
picture of
it.
this
You got,
right
yeah,
now.
you got to be careful here. Anyway, this is fun.
But they're going to go home with Steve Sipple today.
No,
Yes. Yes, they're going home with you and Trixie. Yes. Yeah.
Well, we'll discuss this.
Yes.
But
This is a gift. You have to accept
Yeah,
it.
it's a
You
gift,
can't
Pablo.
deny-
Pablo and Cruz.
It's like you're giving me a child.
Yeah, here we go. Here you go. Have fun.
Yes.
This has to require some thought.
That's why you're set for it. You have like a coop.
Yeah,
You have a coop.
That's true.
Yes.
Well, I'll see what
Look,
Trick
they
says.
just sound so happy. You just,
They
like,
are.
they look-
I gotta give them a little bit of fresh
Hey,
water.
I'm really impressed, by the way.
Yeah, they did really good. That's their food. I brought food and extra wood shavings for
ducks
you
in
too.
the studio.
I'm really
We've been talking about ducks forever on the show,
Look at 'em.
and now Bill.
But here's the
finally
deal.
brought
Last
the
night
ducks
too. So
in.
I found out they like the water. So last night I put 2 bowls in. And they just sit in their bowl of water. It was awesome.
Can the listeners? Can you hear the chirping that the
Yeah.
ducks
I'm
are doing? It's
startled.
hilarious.
I'm just trying to get over my initial shock here.
Yeah.
I was expecting sugar.
Yeah.
And there's 2 ducks.
Yes.
And
Pablo and Cruz.
Pablo and Cruz, the ducks.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put them over in the other room. I
Listen,
gotta give them some fresh water. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
All right, Bill. Be
Okay,
right
yeah,
back.
I have some idle chit
hey, I will tell you this. They look healthy.
They do. Well, Tractor Supply takes care of them.
Yeah.
I go there 3 times a week.
So we have new guests, Pablo and Cruz, the ducks.
Ducks.
Bill has talked about ducks for months, wanting ducks in studio. Now he has provided the ducks himself.
No, they're going to get big. That's the thing.
I know.
And then
Well,
what do you do?
Well, you let them roam. You just let them do duck things. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
We got ducks.
We got corgis chasing your wife.
Yes.
Ducks in the studio. I'm with your wife on this, by the way. I'm going to come back for some idle chit chat.
Yes.
I'd say you aired.
This is the corgi. Look at the
Oh.
You've seen those dogs.
Yeah,
These dogs.
they're not going to do a
You're
lot of
watching on
damage.
YouTube.
But if they're nipping at you, it's annoying.
Those dogs.
It's
Corgis.
annoying.
Corgis. Yeah, it's annoying, but it's something where, again, I'm in the wrong for laughing. That's probably an improper response. Was you got chased by dogs?
Don't just remove the word properly.
It was the improper reaction, but I just had a vision of myself getting chased by corgis and it made me laugh, and that was probably a poor way to handle
We'll
it.
cover
but-
this with Bill later.
We
And
will.
How about we'll save that? We'll save it for idle chit-chat.
I've got some idle chit.
Okay, Bill, what
Okay.
else you got here?
Bill got in hot. Hey, before you start, Jake got in hot water with.
I
Bill.
heard. I listened to
Where
it
you
on
listen?
the way. Yeah, he's in a pickle. Yeah,
All right,
he's
what's
in-
your-
he's in a
Corgis.
pickle.
Corgis.
Well, I was fortunate enough to go up to Stanton to do a speaking event.
A
Friday.
Stanton.
Stanton, what a town! I tell you once again. So there's 2 places now to add to vacation in Nebraska. One is Schuyler.
This guy.
I drove through.
in Colfax County.
Yeah,
oh, by
I
the way.
drove through Schuyler. The Oak Mall, whatever it is, the town hall, kind of an Oak town hall. It's huge right there. That looked incredible. So I'd like to know more about that. But I got to Stanton. It was fun. But I'm dry, so I get there early. So 2 things I did. Once I look over and I'm like, the high school team's practicing. So I went out and watched practice. It's 90 degrees.
Did
It's
you go out
brutal.
there?
I went out there.
Did
yeah.
the coaches see you?
They said, if I look out, double look, kind of like, what's he doing? What are you doing here?
Hang on a
Head
second.
coach walked over. Hey, coach, glad
Where-
you're here.
this
I go,
was
got a little
Stanton.
gap scheme going. Stanton.
Stanton.
This was Stanton. So
Got
I
a little
watched.
gap scheme
Yeah,
going.
a little gap
Speaking of
scheme
that,
going. They did. So I like that. They had some quarterback
Wow.
counter and stuff. So probably shouldn't say that. Ooh.
Oh, Bill's giving away intel over here. Bill's
But it
giving
was
out
awesome. So
intel.
then I go drive around the town like I normally do. I want to check the whole town out. So I cruise the whole town. And on this, there's a little, it's a little small little highway that comes in from the north into Stanton. And I look right there, and there's a train, and they had a family has their trampoline set up. And the trampoline is set up right by the highway. If you miss hit, you cross the center line of the highway. And I'm like, what dudes? They're kind of like, hey, mom, did I have a trampoline? Yeah, just set it up out there. I'm just like,
right on the highway.
I'm like, right on the highway. Incredible. I go, that's great parenting. I guarantee you those kids drive their bikes around at 3 a.m. around Stanton. I guarantee that's a
Right
fun
by
place
the
to be.
road.
Where you guys at? We got the trampoline. Where's that? Right by the highway. Right, it's right on the highway. It's no more than 2 feet off the highway on the north side. Just incredible people.
Stanton, Nebraska.
Stanton, yes.
Never
What'd you
been.
have for what was the dinner?
Unbelievable. Salisbury steak,
Oh.
smothered chicken, green beans, and a baked potato.
Oh,
That's a
God.
dinner right
It
there.
was
That's a
incredible.
feast.
It was incredible. They had the Longhorn bar was set up inside the they have a special town hall. It was where it was at. So it was a very nice fundraiser for the scholarships for youth of Stanton.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun.
Stanton. I've never
Yeah.
been there.
Well, here's the deal. It's not a drive-through town.
No.
It's the highways. You don't go through Stanton.
Right.
You have to drive to Stanton. That's
It's
just the way it
intentional
goes.
to go to
It's
Stanton.
intentional
Yeah.
like that.
God,
Yes.
nice job,
You don't
Jay.
happen upon Stanton.
Yeah.
It's just
Job.
you got to
Kids
go.
on it
It was,
today.
well, here's the other thing, which Sip. The key to life for youth growing up is to grow up next to a river.
Oh,
And the
That's the
Elkhorn,
key to
and-
life.
oh yeah, the
That's the
Elkhorn
key.
River was right there. The Elkhorn River was right there.
that'd be
And
great.
so, and when you're a kid, especially a young boy, I mean, you're going to the river all the time.
All the time.
How many times you go to the Loop River? Constantly.
I grew up on the Loop River.
Yeah. We had the Logan River. We called it the Dredge, right next to us. I mean, literally, it was in the town.
Mhm.
You just as a kid, you're there all the time doing stuff, tubing down it, doing this, whatever. So right away, they have a trampoline set up by a highway. Okay, then they have a river.
Yes, perfect.
That's what you.
What
That's
a
how you.
town.
That's
What
how
a
you.
place.
That's how you grow
That's
up.
all you really need.
That's how you grow up.
Now I need to go. I have to
Yeah.
go to Stanton.
Maybe a basketball goal somewhere.
There was a basketball, and then also on the corner of Main Street, it was just one big open lot with an old school like World War II cannon type
yes.
of like
oh yeah,
yeah. And I'm like
That's the
again,
best.
those are cool.
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
They have their
Those
stuff
are-
together.
those are
Anybody from
provocative.
Stan can get. Also, I did address something with Sonia, who was the one who helped me get to Stan. I said, "Where's this?" No, it was. I haven't mentioned it to her yet. I mentioned it to someone else. I'm sorry, but the pool wasn't open, and they said,
Ooh.
"Don't." They go, "Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up."
Oh no!
It's
What
a
happened to
touchy
the
subject.
pool?
I don't know, but it's a touchy subject.
I
You never
wonder-
got the
Because I get
details
there
here?
at 4:00, 90 degrees, and the pool's
Pool's closed.
not closed. It was drained. There's no water in it.
Oh,
So I had some
touchy
concerns.
subject.
Very touchy
What
subject.
happened in the Stanton pool? Anybody
Yeah.
have any intel on the
We'd
text
would
line?
like to know that also.
There's some controversy.
Yes.
Controversy in Stanton
Yes.
with the aquatics.
But it was that was a lot of fun. So I was very excited.
Good
Then
job.
Then I got the ducks.
I know the Ducks, Pablo and Cruz. We do got to figure out who's who. I mean,
Yeah.
I know I erred. At first, I said it doesn't matter. They don't care. Yeah, they would care.
You
You
gotta,
gotta-
you gotta like put a bow in one or some
Yeah.
sort of not a
well, there's
bow.
got to be some kind of
A necklace.
distinguishing trait.
I guarantee there's a trait. We
Yeah.
can figure it out.
You can figure out a trait. Yeah.
Yeah,
What is
I
it?
keep thinking of you being in hot water. I'm a little concerned.
Oh, I'm fine now. Everything's good. I just
He
like,
laughed his
the
eye out.
idea of corgis chasing you made me laugh.
It kind of made
Wasn't
me laugh.
Pitbull.
too.
Yeah, see, I knew Bill would say the same thing.
Talk about
I
this.
knew it.
First of all, I can't chase it. They can't catch
I
you.
know they little stumpy
They
legs.
run 2 miles an hour. At the tops.
Yeah.
And
I-
plus, also they have no stamina.
That's that's why I
Oh,
was
you
laughing.
had to outrun them for
Oh,
maybe a
this is
quarter
more
of a
trouble.
block.
Would you stop? What if she's listening?
No, I apologize. I
What if she's
realized that
listening?
she was upset about this. Really upset. I was like, I had the same visuals, Bill, just the stumpy legs trying to chase the action. No endurance at all. They're doing it for like a block.
It'd be like Pablo and Cruz chasing.
Yeah, the ducks.
Well, chase you, Pablo. Are they big ducks? No, they were just little
You don't
ones.
want geese chasing.
Oh,
you.
geese
you
will
don't.
geese will hawk.
Oh no,
They will
No,
hawk
geese are-
you down.
yeah.
And they'll
Don't
hiss
geese
at
chase
you,
you.
and
And
they
they'll
will
bite.
attack. They'll
They'll
bite.
They'll bite.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Don't.
Anytime you go to a farmhouse, it's like you want to go up the door, and there's 2 big geese there. Like, nope,
Get
Nope.
away.
Dogs, I'm fine with.
Get
2
the geese out of
no,
there. They're
no,
gonna
no.
hiss. Corgis.
You
That's
laugh.
I laughed. I
You had the
did.
same response.
I'm trying to get Pablo and Cruz out of the car, and I'm laughing.
the Corgis.
Pablo and Cruz.
Yeah,
What
our
a,
duck
those are
friends.
great names.
Yes.
Well, thanks, Bill. That was
Yeah,
fun.
thank you for bringing the duck.
You
ducks in.
hey, guess what? Too, you surprised us.
I figured
We
that.
thought sugar. No, it wasn't sugar.
You
It
were
was,
funny when you were
duck.
coming in.
Yeah.
I thought, and it looked like he had a leash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought, you know what
yeah.
my first thought was? Bigger dog. He got another
He
dog.
got dog
He got
number
like a
2.
German Shepherd.
We got a mastiff coming in here.
Bill got 2 Saint Bernards.
Slobber everywhere.
Slobber
We
everywhere.
like
And he brought the
slobber.
ducks in.
Yeah.
Two
Even
ducks.
better, even better.
Oh my God, that was
That's
Thank
Idle
you,
Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Call today at 402-440-6297 for a fertilizer program for 2024 and receive a free winterizer application this fall. Again, 402-440-6297. Newton's Lawn Care, our sponsor of Idle Chit
You'll
Chat.
have to be careful with Pablo and Cruz if you keep them out there. I don't know what we're going to do with them. We're going to have to talk about this adoption plan.
You have an adopter. You guys have a coop. You have a coop and you have a Trixie.
We've had problems with massacres. I don't know how else to put it.
At your place?
All right.
Yes.
Well, yes, you know
I'm telling you right
I
now. Before, I think the breakers are kind of like, oh, but if they know now that Pablo and Cruz just got eaten by a coyote or a bobcat
or a fox,
or a fox or a
or a
bobcat,
dog or a
Yeah.
cat. There's a lot of wild over there.
There's a lot of massacres.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of massacres. I've buried a lot of chickens. I've told you that. I've buried a lot of chickens.
when I purchased these, I talked to the young lady. I go, give me your 2 toughest. She goes, right
Pablo
here,
and Cruz
Pablo
right
and
there.
Cruz.
They'll take
They'll
care of
fight back,
you. They'll fight back.
although they have wings that don't work.
Oh, well, they're clipped.
They'll
They'll fight back as much as they
It
can.
really hurts their chances of escaping.
Yes. All right. There was some news, Sip, over the weekend. You were at the post scrimmage on Saturday, right? I heard.
Yes, I was.
I was listening. I heard Sip ask a few questions.
Did you?
Yeah,
I
he
did. I did not listen.
He asked
to
some
that.
questions.
Jake was impressed.
Oh, that's a good follow up. Yeah, good question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what about the kicker?
Yeah, he did ask about the kickers.
Yeah.
The big news, though, of course, is about Xavier Betts, and here's Matt Rule regarding Xavier Betts on Saturday.
And then on a personnel note, Xavier Betts has left the team. Came to me and just said, "Hey, coach, I'm just my heart's not in it." So, very, very, very proud of Xavier for what he's done as a person, getting eligible. I think he intends to stay in school and work to graduate. So, obviously, as I told, disappointed in the timing. But what we ask people to do is hard. If their heart's not in it, we certainly understand. So, proud of the growth he's made and wish him the best. He's a guy that I love and care about, and hope he finds what he's looking for.
Was having a pretty good fall camp. It felt. It
Yes, he
seemed
was.
like.
In some ways, though, this is not a complex story. As Bill knows, football is not a sport, especially big-time college football, where if your heart's not in it, then it's trouble, right?
Very difficult. I think all sports are, but I've always said football is a little more difficult. I'd have to think wrestling's one of them. If you go out and play basketball and you get beat 60 to 38, you got trounced. Okay, that sucks. But you maybe didn't get knocked down 20 times. I mean,
Hit
hit in the head. You probably didn't have all this extra gear on, and it wasn't 95 degrees out for practice. I said it's a hard
sport.
It's you have to make that choice of whether or not you want to play that game and have your heart into it. And so and some, like I said, that's the hard thing with a lot of anything in life. That some people are like that, man, I'm into this, and somebody else is not into this.
Right.
And it's like, why aren't you? This is awesome. Why are you not into this? I don't know. That's not for me. He had great talent, obviously. And just like I said, you just hope he does nothing, have great success and finish. The most important thing is hopefully like what Coach Rule hit on, the degree. The degree matters so much for your whole life. It's just like the NFL. It's like a couple years in the NFL does not lock you down for the rest of your life. Right? Nope. That doesn't work the way. You have to have a job. You have to have a degree. You live hopefully 80 some years or whatever. But hopefully nothing but good things for Xavier.
Apparently, he's still in school at Nebraska. Now they're a little short in the receiver room. I mean, it's not. Go ahead, Jake. Play that sound about Rule. Sort of. This would be Matt Rule. I hope you have that sound of him sort of going over what they have there and the issues they have there.
Really, at the end of the day, the receivers is probably the area that we have the most question marks about. This obviously leads to another question. We're out there today. We don't have Marcus. We don't have Isaiah. So it's a chance for some of the young guys, right? And, talent-wise, I'd say Jaden Doss, Josh Fleeks, and Malachi are all able to play. It takes a lot to be able to play as a freshman. And they have decision, they're going to put the time in to really learn. So we have guys who can make plays. A lot of guys, we have enough guys to win with, but someone's going to have to step up from that young group to help us out.
Yeah. So they struggled on offense Saturday. I'm sure some of it was because, they didn't have Xavier Betts. They didn't have Isaiah Garcia Castaneda because he was graduating. And then Marcus Washington, they thought they'd have back. Oh, now I can hear. Now they thought they'd have Marcus Washington back. He's had a wrist and some sort of leg issue. I think he'll be back this week. Now, Marcus Washington is their second leading receiver last year. He's gigantic in this equation, especially
very important
with Betts gone. Betts would have been in the rotation if not a starter. It seems like people moved on quickly. It's the second time he's left the program. Second set of coaches he's left. So I don't expect him to be back this time. I don't know if he can leave twice.
I never know how that door was left, but that would be a hard one, I would imagine, to be okay. Let's look at this again, revisit this.
Heart's not in it is the key.
Yeah, if there was something that was something off field that all of a sudden got cleared up or something happened about that, but just with that phrase of heart's not in it, that's part of it. That's when it always comes back to. If you want a highly talented and competitive group, recruit them. That's what you do. You get someone that like this. This is my deal.
100.
Football's my deal. Football's my deal.
Right.
That's it.
I do. You've got to recruit that. Yeah.
I do this. And there's a lot of people that are very uninterested. Some people are very interested on game day. I love that one a couple times. I've had that statement several times on game day. Players like that. Coach, I'm good. Trust me. How about I trust you on a Wednesday? Let's try that one out. Maybe do that. Like that, the whole thing. They all went, all of a sudden it's Saturday, it's game day, and there's people in the stands, and man, it's exciting. Yeah, right. Get excited on it.
I'm a gamer. Hey, Coach, I'm a gamer.
Get excited on it.
I'm a gamer.
Get excited on a Tuesday in March sometime at 5 a.m. That's the other ones that love it. They love all the other things that go with it because they know that is a lead up to what they enjoy doing the most.
That you're right. Now, okay, so what do they got? They got Billy Kemp they're going to go to Kemp a lot. We know that. They're going to go to Washington a lot. Then I would have said they're going to go to Betts a lot after that. I mean, there's a void there, and it's not great timing for Xavier to do that. Now, on the other hand, I appreciate the fact that he owned up to it and said, I just can't do this. There'd probably never be a great time. But by the way, they did have a rough scrimmage offensively, according to Matt Rule. This is not according to Sipple. It's according to Matt Rule. I didn't see the scrimmage. We're not allowed to as a media corps. But he said the defense dominated. Now, is that as a coach, Bill, when you hear that in a scrimmage, now this is their first major scrimmage where they just said, okay, game situations, they had Big Ten officials, clock going, everything. This is the first one they've had. How would you walk out of that?
Well, if you go back in time, it's always said the first since I was ever coaching, and that happened way before me. It was always like, how's it going between the two units? Like it's always standard line. Defense is ahead. Defense is ahead right, in camp. That's the standard line. I felt that's went away a little bit because of the constant practice year round. Because of how the offenses now are throwing and doing all their timing stuff in February. They're throwing 7-on-7 in June and July. They have so much more time. Sometimes now in the run game, it's a little bit harder for be able to build a block up the run game if there's movements and different things going on with it. That makes it a little bit more difficult. But that's how it generally starts off for it right there.
Rule now. Okay, so your mind goes to was the offensive line getting blown up again? What happened according to Rule was they had a lot of procedural issues He said there was a
Here.
lot of trouble.
Right here?
You got that?
Yep, right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nice.
The offense had a lot of procedural issues. The Big Ten officials there, play clock, a lot of trouble. Getting in and out of the huddle. A lot of procedural things, which hopefully will be a good wake up call for us to be better. Haven't really had that in the spring. It was the first time we had it today. But about the defense, we got a lot of guys playing really well on defense right now. We're really deep on defense, right? We've got guys who played a lot of, like who's the third jack? I couldn't tell you. So, which bodes well for us because we're not going to be a defense that play young guys. The goal is to play 17 to 25 guys, depending on who's above the line. So, we're going to try to throw waves at people. So, they're talented on defense and they're playing with some energy and aggressiveness, which I like.
Yeah, the jack position he mentioned is they do have three. I mean, they have MJ Sherman there who started the scrimmage. They have Chief Borders, who I think they like, and then they have Jamari Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Those are, that's quietly kind of a good position. I don't know if the offensive line was the trouble. If there are procedural issues, they would figure into that, but that could be other stuff too, right?
So the reason he's the most upset is that everyone talks about is that after the ball snapped, penalties happen. And you don't like them, but you deal with them. The ones that you can't have happen is defensively substitution errors, 10 guys on the field, procedure penalties, too much time, things that you control.
False start.
You control all those things like that. Sometimes in the heat of a game and there's a holding or something, it happens.
Yeah.
Pass interference, I love that one. There's going to be a pass interference. Don't tell me you want to play tight man-to-man coverage, then all of a sudden, there's a pass interference. We can't do that. Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So, with that being said, I'm sure that was a part that they would be the most frustrated with, would be penalties that you can control.
Right.
Like penalties you can control.
Absolutely.
Now, I didn't expect that. Obviously, what was the turnover situation?
I don't think there was a problem that way, and there was not an injury problem, which is good. So there's a couple things.
Huge,
he didn't, Bill. Now, he didn't mention anything about turnovers. I don't know that he was asked.
Well, he mentioned in terms of overall turnovers the past 7 years being a problem, not being positive at all since 2016. He did mention that.
Yeah, Nebraska hasn't been positive in the turnover margin since Mike Riley's second year,
2016.
Yeah, that was pretty
9-4 year. Yeah, 7-0 start that season.
So they went 3 hours. That's pretty long scrimmage. They play a lot of that. I talked to a couple guys that are there. They do give the second and third teams a lot of time. Gabe Urban was a starting running back, by the way. The starting line was Turner Corcoran, no surprise, left tackle, Ethan Piper, left guard, Ben Scott, center, New Ely, right guard, and Ben Hart, right tackle. Rule did say the defensive front had its way at times. So, yeah, we'll just have to see what that looks like. Up front, it was Ty Robinson, Hutmacher, and Blaze Gunnarsson. I thought Judy would be a starter. Well, this week I got to ask about Elijah Judy and see how he's
some transfer.
Yeah, he's a critical player, I would think.
Yeah, especially in the depth rotation. There's always places you have rotations, and just like Coach said, trying to play a lot. The one place you have to rotate is in the defensive line. That's just a must. I was talking to at a long visit with Kyle Whittingham the other day, just talking about football.
Dropping names.
Name drop.
Yes.
Kyle Whittingham. You may have heard the name.
Yeah.
Utah's head football coach for years now.
So we were just talking football.
2-time defending Pac-12 champion Utah.
Just talking how football was going, so like that. And we talked about because I'd mentioned to him, I said I heard a podcast on the Pac-12 about how deep you guys are at defensive end, like 6 of them. It's different things, and we talked about the strain to rush the passer. It's really hard. Late in games, the way you rush the passer is having you either had a rotation to have them fresh, or you have someone that can go in to be able to do that. Because sometimes you're like, we need a pass rush. It's like, dude, they're dead. And that's it's
the thing I wonder about all the time. I mean, what do you do, Bill? We don't see practice, so I always ask the defensive coordinator, "How's the pass rush looking?" You never really get a great answer on that, but I always wonder about it. Yeah. How's the pass rush? It's got to be good.
Pass rush has to be good, and then
it's got to be good.
Then to have the matchup, with that, it was funny. I watched some. I'll get to the end of a game later on, but with the preseason game. The first thing I text myself, all of them that I watched, pretty much. There's some that may, but what I watched was that it's been an onslaught by the defensive line against the offensive line.
Oh, in those games?
In those games. I mean, it is like there's something maybe not total up in sacks, but the hurries are ridiculous. I mean, the quarterbacks were just running for their lives. The number of plays I saw, I was like, oh, sack, play action sack. It was like, wow. Whoa. I mean, or hurry, quarterbacks taking off. It was like the defensive line in most of on the preseason games that I watched were way ahead of the offensive line.
Jake, you're going to be proud of me. I locked in hard on the NFL.
You did?
The weekend, yeah. I locked in.
Get to that next segment.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, though. I am proud of you for watching the NFL.
Yeah, me and Bill are going to help you with your NFL
Thank
talk.
you. Wow, how about this? This has been wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by some things.
Thank you. Hey, we forgot one thing before we get to NFL talk. You asked the question to Matt Rule. We've talked about offense and defense. We have not talked about special teams, and there were some issues regarding some missed field goals. Matt Rule on that post-practice.
Yeah, just, missed some field goals today, a little bit of wind out there, and just didn't knock it through the way I'd like us to. So, I have to go back to the tape. Protection was good. We did some kickoffs, we did some punts. Those were all good. Just, obviously we're going to be in the type of games where field goals are going to matter. And that was not at the level of the percentage probably that we wanted to be at today.
Here's the deal, Jake. I'm glad you're emphasizing this point, because we always talk about how Nebraska's going to be in a lot of close games. Special teams in general, and the place kickers in particular, it matters a lot. Now they missed some 50 yards. I mean,
it's fine.
Right. I mean, Alvano missed long is what I've heard, and Bleekrode missed short. About what you'd expect. Alvano has a big leg. Somebody's got to win the job at some point, but it's not. There's no rush on that.
The first thing you do when you've had missed field goals is you start with the whole process.
The process was good according to the rule.
That you said the protection was good, and
Yeah.
the process means the hold, the snap, the kick.
Okay.
So you want to see, do the laces hit the hands?
Oh yeah.
If the laces, the rotation of the ball. I talked about this with Sam taught me this with the Ravens. Sam Cook,
yes,
taught me this like that. We know they have a computer chip in the ball to show the rotations and stuff. So how it hits their hands and the ball's down and the placement. And so, like I said, if all of a sudden the ball is here or different on the snap, and it's getting and the kicker loses vision of it, and did he hit his exact spot when he puts it down? Now I've always told the kickers, it's like this has to be the kicker make the kick, because it won't. You can't be like, he missed it by a millimeter. So
what about as a coach?
Out.
What is it? Yeah, what is it about as a coach? You tell the kicker, look, it's not always going to be perfect.
Exactly. You have to make the kick,
right?
Unless it's just completely, botched. Understand that part. But the one part you look at is what the first thing you want to that would be evaluated, I'm sure, by Coach Foley, which he'll do a great job of, is what was the operation time and what was the operation function too, because things if there's anything different in that type of situation, it bothers that kicker. And so that's now, so it's easy to evaluate. It's like you can watch it. Okay, what's the timing? We know exactly what the time was. It was a 119. Boom. Okay, he hit his spot. All the different stuff is good. Then it goes back to the kick, and then you're trying to figure out always right away. It just starts off with every time. It's always approach, timing, and plant foot. It's just like anything else. Your plant foot will get you more times than anything. If all of a sudden it's too close to the ball, too far from the ball, wherever he's at with the ball, that's where it happens.
Well, the good news is they get a chance to work on those things. There's still time. They have a big scrimmage again, another major scrimmage Saturday, and we'll see what happens. Not see, but we'll
two ducks.
It's Pablo and Cruz. We better go check on Pablo.
We will. Yeah. We'll check them out.
They're in a new environment.
See how they're coping in the ticket studio.
Yeah, I'll talk to them.
Okay, and we'll
we can bring him back in maybe in the 7 o'clock hour.
We can sit
it's a little chilly in here. I don't want him. It's too chilly.
It's too cold.
It's too chilly.
Well, Red Ducks. They gotta get used to
week one.
I don't have a heat lamp. If anyone has a heat lamp, stop by.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's not often a man wakes up and says, I feel the best I have in years. We hear this all the time at Limitless Mail, and it can happen to you when you go to Limitless Mail and get a blood test to see what your body is missing. That's how simple it is. Schedule a free consult with Limitless Mail. Discuss your symptoms. Do the blood test. If your lab results say you're low in testosterone, we can fix that. Age is just a number. You can feel your best again. Just ask Limitless Male.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Are you ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, Nebraska's leading John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Each combine includes our A-plus uptime program to keep you running flawlessly throughout harvest season. Go to acres.com to view a huge inventory of low-hour, late-model equipment. Find what you like, and we'll deliver it to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Vershawn Jackson for Brant Excavating. Brant's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brant is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brant Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to brantexcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brant Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go Big Brand!
Nutrition Authority invites you to save 35 to 75% off at our back-to-school blowout. We're taking our better-than-internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, August 14th through 19th, the back-to-school blowout is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Bob just wanted to say thank you for a record-setting July here at Koppel. The summer sales event continues in August, and the incentives are crazy good. Check this out. We got 0.9% financing along with a $2,500 trade-in rebate on select new models. You heard right. 0.9% financing has been extended along with a trade-in rebate. Also, our GM certified used inventory is filling up fast. So make that money-saving drive to Koppel. It's just south of the interstate, or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
It's August, and that means summer is winding down and the kids are back to school with lots of fall activities coming up. All great things, but also cause lots of stress. Instead of letting your nerves get the best of you and cause uncomfortable tightness, get ahead of it all with a massage from The Body Shop. The Body Shop in Lincoln is your place for all types of massages. Deep tube, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Book your appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, more skies, north breeze will provide some cool temperatures this afternoon. We'll see a high of around 76. Night, clear skies with a low of around 53. Tomorrow we'll see more sunshine, a little bit more warmth forecast. Tomorrow we'll see an afternoon high of around 83. I'm meteorologist Kyle Puck with the 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This
Well, good morning, little brother.
is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We checked on the Ducks during the break. Pablo and Cruz seem like they're doing okay over there in their little makeshift cage, courtesy of Bill, right? Bill thinks they look like they're scared or not comfortable. I thought they looked fine.
I thought they looked fine.
They don't seem jumpy to me.
No,
they seem okay.
They're going to be jumpy a little bit, but we can't. We did distinguish them.
Yes, you did.
So people understand. Pablo has a little darker head.
Yep.
And Cruz is the wider guy. Yeah.
That was your decision. You decided to make that.
It's a great decision.
Yep.
Yeah. We now know which one is which.
So we know what
they're looking pretty. Oh, thanks for the treats.
Yeah. Hey.
I've always said that cheese goes well. Cheese goes well with coffee.
They don't even spell out cheese because it's not cheese. They just say chi.
It does.
Give me a
toast and chi.
Give me a cheeseburger.
They felt guilty.
Yeah,
We're not even going to say cheese.
Cheese at all.
Toast and chi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Toast and cheese. Well, the Ducks are doing well, though.
Hey, Bill will be interested in this subject.
Yes. Okay. So week 1 of the preseason is over in the NFL, and it was actually quite interesting for Nebraska. There was quite a few names that had it pretty dang good week 1s. Trey Palmer with Tampa Bay catches a touchdown from Baker Mayfield. It was nice in the back of the end zone. Get a little toe tap by Trey to get down there.
Nice pass by Baker.
It was. Yeah. Trey had 3 catches in that game, 50-plus yards in the touchdown.
They're raving about him. The writers down there. Well, I'll just say this about Trey Palmer. He's going to make that team.
Yes.
That's what it looks like. Now, could he be their third guy behind Mike Evans and Chris Godwin? That's the question. Bill would know Russell Gage, right? Do you remember Russell Gage at LSU?
I didn't. I never coached Russell, but the previous staff. I mean, the staff I was on did coach him, and they just rave about him. Just top to bottom football player. Everything you want, and that's obviously he's been in the league now for
a long time,
like 8-9 years,
yes.
Right? So that tells you what kind of person he is.
6 years, yeah.
Well, 6 years, 6 to 8, whatever.
But I know it's still that's a long time, and he was a 6th-round draft pick. Yeah. But then, anyway, I only bring him up because based on what I've read, Trey's sort of battling him for that 3rd spot, but it's not like he's battling him for a roster spot. He's going to make the roster. Now, some of these other guys I'm not sure about, but my takeaway from reading stuff yesterday is Trey Palmer's going to make the Bucs roster. They'll keep 6. I don't think there's he's in any danger there. He's made a huge impression.
He keeps playing this well, obviously. Yes.
Yeah.
I would say this: there's always danger.
Yeah,
there's always danger.
He's a 6th-round pick.
You never six-round pick. It doesn't affect him
100%.
one bit to let him go. You know, once you get past the 2nd round.
Yeah, you're
first second rounders are going to make it. If not, the GM looks like an idiot.
However, a good start for Trey, no matter what.
Yes,
it's a good
that's
start
awesome
for him. Good
for him.
impression.
Yes.
So then you go to Miami. Garrett Nelson in the loss to the Falcons. He had a nice sack in the 2nd quarter of that game. Garrett Nelson. Dolphins lose 19-3. A lot of people freaking out. I'm fine. No reason to freak out. It's a preseason. It's fine. Nobody's starting play.
The Dolphins. You would be able to shed some light on this. Now, this relates to the discussion about Garrett Nelson. They've only had 8 draft picks the last 2 years, so they have to have some free agent types make the team a couple.
A lot of big trades that take all your draft picks away. Yes, they need to have some guys that stick out that are surprises.
That's unprecedented, by the way.
So last year the Dolphins got a guy as an undrafted free agent named is Cater Kohu. He's from a small school in Texas. Cornerback. He's going to probably start. Jalen Ramsey's hurt, so he's going to probably start opposite of Xavier Howard. And he was very good as a rookie. But again, nobody knew this guy. Undrafted rookie, stud. But you find those guys, that happens once in a while. You find these undrafted rookies that stand out.
Garrett was pretty fired up. I text back with him after the morning after the sack, so he was pretty excited.
Power. You can see he just went around the left tackle.
You could see in the field he was pretty excited. He showed a lot of emotion, which is typical Garrett Nelson. That's great. I love the passion.
I would say this: all the sacks I saw over the weekend, people were very excited. There was no one being like, it's a big deal.
Well, think about Garrett Nelson. I don't want to do no matter what, he can say I got an NFL sack.
He can absolutely
the rest of his life.
Adrian Martinez leads the go-ahead game-winning touchdown for the Lions, and they're winning against the Giants. And also Divine Ozigbo was the leading rusher for the Lions in that game.
Adrian's behind Jared Goff Obviously, Nate Sudfeld's there, unbelievably. Nate Sudfeld out of Indiana in 2016. Hendon Hooker's there, but he's not going to play. He's going to Campbell. Is it Dan?
Dan Campbell.
Say he's going to redshirt this year. Hendon Hooker because he's coming off a knee. So Adrian's third, but then they just signed Teddy Bridgewater.
Ole. Right?
Yeah, Ole. Don't get me started on Teddy Bridgewater.
He doesn't like Teddy for how he threw a pick once for Denver a couple years ago and didn't go after the guy who and the interception. He tried to tackle him and says, "Nope, Ole, go right by me." Didn't try to tackle him. Still bothers him. Still bothers him.
Well, he throws a lot of picks too. I mean, I think
I saw him last year. He was not good for the Dolphins.
He whips a lot of picks. I think it's 33 touchdowns and 18 picks the last couple of years. Okay. He's throwing a lot of picks. He doesn't tackle anybody if he throws one. So I don't have a lot of use for that. It's bad news for Adrian, though.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I think Sudfeld's on his way out. Do you remember Sudfeld?
I remember him. Yes,
at Indiana.
A lot of times it comes down to a couple things on this. It comes down to what's the cap say? That's what it comes down to. So Adrian might be someone that, since he's undrafted free agent, is way less on the cap, and so maybe he can be that third quarterback.
Do they always keep 3?
They do. Now that I believe the new rule is you can have 3 active for the game. If any of the other, if the third active ever goes into the game, he's your guy. You can't replace him. You can't go, well, we have a package for him. So let's say it's Adrian. He's a third quarterback. So how do they designate him? This all went back to the game last year when the 49ers had nobody to play quarterback. Because they used to always have 3.
The NFC title game, right?
And they used to always, so most teams just carry 2. That's all they carry. It's like, well, you're not playing on special teams. You're not doing anything. What are we going to do with? So that was part of it. So to be the third is where you want to be. And sometimes being the rookie undrafted is a good deal.
Okay,
that's not a bad thing for him. I think right now he's trying to make the practice squad.
So he's not trying to make.
I mean, well, yes, you're trying to make it. I'm saying you're okay.
Yeah. Don't take the ducks away from.
This is when I could take it back a little bit. I know Adrian didn't come in and say, "Hey, I scored the winning touchdown. I'm not trying to be on the team. I don't want anything to do with that. Just look at practice."
I took you literally.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Stop. I get it now.
Pablo and Cruz. You're his dad.
And we still I got to straighten up.
Yes.
Divine Ozigbo, 11 carries, 31 yards against the Giants. Now he's battling for a spot behind David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs, yeah, from Alabama.
Yeah, we'll see what that looks. I mean, he's just literally just battling for number 3, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So you could.
If he's a great special teams player, then people always think special. Yeah, punt returner, kick returner. No, the guys who protect on punt, the guys who cover kickoffs. That's what they're looking for. The grit. Looking for the grit part of it, not so much like, man, is he dynamic with the ball in his hands? No, give me some grit. Give me some guys that do all the dirty work.
He's entering his 7th year in the league. He's been in and out of Divine Ozigbo. He's been on practice squads.
Wait
mostly.
A second.
Yeah, he was 2016 graduate at Nebraska. He was senior year with Mike Riley, I believe, or 2017. One of the 2. He's either 6th or 7th year. Divine Ozigbo.
Totally taken aback by this.
That's incredible.
Yeah, he's been in the league for quite some time now. Now again, he's not been on a roster all the time. He's been on practice squads.
I'm surprised he made the practice squad because I figured he probably told management, I want to be on the
18.
team.
He played for Frost in 18.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got 1,000 yards that year.
Okay, the 18 was the last year.
But still, he's
so
5 years.
So now you're off 2. So now you're off 2 years.
5 years. Hey, 5 years.
He said 7. I was like, whoa.
He's going into his 9th year. Played for Frost his first 2 years.
He played for Frost in 2018.
Okay.
That's when he got 1,000, averaged 7 yards a carry. Anywho. Yeah. So yeah, we do got some guys to follow. And Palmer's going to make the team.
Trey Palmer looks good. Yeah.
Can I talk about some game management?
Please.
I wish you would.
Just blew me away.
I wish you would.
Please.
Oh, NFL.
NFL. So I don't watch the game as live. So last night watched I'm like, oh, this game's kind of interesting between the Saints and the Chiefs.
Okay.
I'm going to watch how this goes down.
Yep.
There were so many things happened in the end. It was incredible. The quarterback, I believe, from Fresno State takes him down. They score.
Takes them.
The Saints. So they're gonna go for 2 to try to win the game. There's a minute 12 or something like that to go in the game. Like, all right, I'm watching. Okay, they're gonna go for 2. They go up there and they botch it. He tries to change the play call. He's walking forward. They snap the ball at the wrong time. And I'm just thinking to myself at that time, the head coach couldn't have been happy to be like, hey, you have a 2-point play, call it and run it. Why is he into a situation where he's trying to change the call with what they're going to do?
At the line.
That's what he was trying to make it change. And generally down there on a 2-point play, I don't know if I've ever seen a change of call. It's like, this is our play. Because guess what? You're not going to all of a sudden go, oh, I wonder if they're going to be in Tampa too. No, they're going to be in this. It's going to be this coverage. I mean, it's going to be something very similar to this. I mean, no.
Too deep coverage.
No, it's not happening. So that was bizarre. So then I'm going, okay, all right, let's watch some football. Onside kick. No, they choose not to onside kick. They had 2 timeouts left. And I'm like, that doesn't add up time-wise. It was not doesn't add up. I don't know if there's like a deal between the two teams, like, hey, I don't want to get into onside kick on the first game. Okay, not a problem. Here's the thing that came up that was a great teachable moment, which you don't know if they were told or if he screwed it up. So they kick it, like they kick a squib kick. The returner for the Chiefs gets the ball. Well, this is a classic down. Down means you get all you can and get down because you just have to possess the ball. He's fighting. He gets hit. The ball's out here. And I'm like, oh, no. Because the call was
stuff happens.
But it was a great place. It was a great place to teach.
Still happens.
And be like, hey, this is down. They squib this ball. You get all you can, and then you get down. Do not get hit. Give yourself up. No fumble. We win the game. Okay, same thing. Run the ball. Timeout. Run the ball. Timeout. Saints are out of timeouts. There's 58 seconds. Do the math. They're going to do like 4 to a 5 second play. All right, down in the whatever, say about 52 or something of that nature. Then there's 40 seconds to run off. Now there's 12 seconds, and you're on your 30-yard line. You punt it. You have no timeouts. Just got to get the ball off. And they have one play, and the game's over.
Right.
Third down, they went slip screen.
Oh, no.
Slip screen. Defensive lineman puts his hand out, intercepts it.
Oh, really?
Intercepts it. Last play of the game, Saints kick it, and they win.
Good thing it was the preseason.
And I'm just, I give someone, they'll say, "Wow, it's preseason. We want just run the play." I think I'd rather get back on the plane with a win.
Right.
And it's like, what are we gonna do? Yep. We're gonna run the ball. We're gonna punt it, and then also this is good for the punt team. Guess what? You're getting all-out pressure. They've got to block it to win. If they don't block it, they don't win.
Break it down.
That was good. I love it.
And then at the end was incredible. Also, I'm watching the time, and I'm like, okay, they have the ball. And there's 47 seconds or 46. The Saints.
Okay, now they have
no timeouts.
And who's in? Do you know?
What's that?
Do you know the quarterback?
It's Hayner, right?
Yeah, Jake Hayner.
Jake Hayner from Fresno.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm looking at them going like, okay, this really isn't like a Mayday, but they also got to get out there and run. They have no timeouts. So they run the play. They take the field with good presence, but not too fast. Hurry, boom, boom, boom. They snap the ball with 2 seconds through the upright as the horn goes off.
Really?
It was really impressive by the Saints. And there was no panic. They were very cool.
They look well coached.
But a lot of things went down. I was like, whoa.
So that was a replay you were watching.
Replay last night.
The Chiefs played it
in the afternoon.
They played at 1 o'clock or something like that.
It was an afternoon game.
And Mahomes played. They were down 17-0 with starters playing the first series or two.
But Carr was really good out of the gate. 6 of 8, 70 yards.
Good for him.
So your guy too, Jameis Winston.
Did he look good?
His numbers were good. I know. I saw his numbers playing. But I'm looking at Hayner on there. I was like, he looked good.
Does he?
He looked pretty good.
The other
guy who looked good was O'Connell from Purdue.
Oh, he's good
for Vegas.
You saw him.
He had his stuff. I'm like, this dude. You just tell he was advanced.
Oh, God,
he was advanced.
When we come back, Song of the Day and Bills Thrills Monday edition on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in August. Try their new lemon cream cheese on any bagel or breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
There's a buzz in the air at Kansas as drivers fight to move on to the next round of the playoffs. NASCAR Playoffs weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 8th through the 10th. Get your tickets today at kansasspeedway.com.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Terex and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule or looking to dominate an adventure in a Terex, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the Shuffleboard Corner. Come on Sundays for Open House League all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 wells. Shake off the start to the work week with karaoke on Monday nights. And don't forget, happy hour is every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern, in the heart of Havelock.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Are you ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, Nebraska's leading John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Each combine includes our A-plus uptime program to keep you running flawlessly throughout harvest season. Go to acres.com to view a huge inventory of low-hour, late-model equipment. Find what you like, and we'll deliver it to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
A lot of businesses say that they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business feels anything but for your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, as they do with customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of their family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. This Friday and Saturday, enjoy a 2-day sale on USDA Choice Bacon Wrapped Sirloins for just $3.99 per 8-ounce cut. A 5-pound box of snow crab clusters for just $49.99. And when you buy two 1.75 liters of Captain Morgan spiced rum, you can get it for just $19.99. Stop by for the 2-day sale this Friday and Saturday at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough
never feel like an
if
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning?
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
He stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If we know one thing from this show, it's that Steve Sipple really does not like Blues Traveler, and he'll tell us why here in a second. But again, your song of the day, Run Around by a Blues Traveler from the 90s. They're in town tonight at Pinewood Bowl. The headliner for Big Head Todd and the Monsters, 464-568-51 is bad, 10 is good. Texture rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
Who's the headliner here?
Blues Traveler.
That's
is the
crazy.
headliner.
That's
They're
crazy.
Funny.
That's crazy.
Have you ever heard a song by Big Ed Todd called Bittersweet?
Possibly.
It's bittersweet, more sweet than bitter, bitter than sweet.
How do you not play that?
Well, it could be tomorrow's song of the day.
Yeah.
Hey, they were there last night.
The highlight of tonight's concert, 2 bands, will be Big Head Todd and the Monster playing Bittersweet. That will be the highlight.
So if you
It'll
went,
be
you
a
would,
great moment.
You would leave after they play and then say, "Screw it, Blues Traveler."
I
I'm out.
would go see Big Head Todd. I mean, I could probably. Do you
They're
think
the
you can still
opener.
get tickets?
Sure, absolutely.
It's
At Pinewood
tempting.
Bowl.
It's tempting because I'll be done working.
Should be a
Call the
great-
bowl people.
Should be a nice people. A nice night out there.
What was that song you played? I'm not.
That's "Run Around" by a Blues Traveler.
We're having a good show. I'm not going to drag it down. I should have left the studio and went and checked on Pop.
That's the song.
I could have went outside. Come on, what do you expect me to do with that?
Give it a score, some capacity.
I'm not going to say anything bad about it. I'm just going to give it a 2.8887.
We hope that John Popper is not listening right now for that score.
He's
I
fine.
really enjoyed it. Is it the refrain? Is that the part?
Yeah.
I
The
thought-
chorus.
The chorus. What's the refrain? That's something to do.
It's close
It's similar to that.
Something
yeah.
like that. Yes, I like the chorus.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the chorus part
Eh.
right there. That was it. I'd probably give it a higher rating if I wouldn't have known that Big Head Todd was also on the docket. It could have been available.
Big Head Todd.
So I'm going to go with a 291.
Wow, Bill, you didn't. Your head was not giving that score.
291.
You
Yeah,
seemed like
that-
a
that's-
5.
I just don't understand
That's
why
all-
you didn't
yeah.
play Big Head Todd.
That makes no sense.
Guys, I could
That's
play it
not
tomorrow
good.
for you. You never know. I could play Bittersweet tomorrow, possibly.
Yeah.
And say they were there last. They were there
Yeah.
last night at Pinewood Bowl.
2 point. I'm going to change it to 2.6.
Okay, we're below 3.
You're below me. That's
Yeah.
not,
John Popper, not fans here in the studio. You guys not a fan of
I
John
like the
Popper.
chorus.
He's a harmonica expert, you know.
Oh, is he?
Harmonica.
Duke used to carry a harmonica. He would play it.
Of course,
He'd
he
always do a train sound like wah, wah.
No kidding.
Oh, he is great at
You
it.
can do that?
Ask him tonight. If you guys, Jake, have you told everybody you were playing with Duke as
No,
your partner?
1 second. After that, I'll play Legal Idea. Then I'll tell you the plan for today. 1 second.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Yeah, speaking of Duke, the legend of early break, Bill's childhood friend, and is still a friend today. I'm playing golf with Duke today at
No way.
Firethorn in the tournament put on by Kathy Woody.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a huge tournament.
You and Duke.
Huge.
Bringing Duke out there.
Yes.
Duke's gonna play some golf.
You're playing some golf again.
He
Sunday,
said,
Monday.
seems like he's like, I'll probably be the guy that just makes sure you guys are always drinking because my drive will be taken. I said, hey, you never know, Duke. It could be taken. We could take your drive at any given time.
How many? So
Just tell Duke to watch everybody's balls really good. And that's some of you. Hey, I'm not sure where it's at. I just tell him to track the balls for everybody else. Stand back there.
Just please get your eyes on
Making
this
yourself
one.
useful.
Put some eyes on this one,
You
Duke.
put some eyes on this one. I'm going to try to cut this one. Put some eyes on it.
Where'd it go, Duke? I didn't see it. Where'd it go?
That was your job.
Duke, you lost it? Come on,
Duke,
man.
make yourself useful.
Come on,
Yeah.
Duke. Help us out.
Oh, say is a foursome you're playing?
Yep, it's a foursome. So we'll also have our good friend, Kerry Cohorn, playing golf with us
Oh
today.
my God. Bill, remember Kerry Cohorn?
Yes.
3-point shooting
basketball player.
specialist
Yeah.
He's a-
Unbelievable.
he's
for
a state
Nebraska?
golfer, too.
Yes.
During the Danny Nee era?
Yep. He's gonna play some golf. Coming down from Neola.
Kerry was a legit player.
Well, he's still the all-time three-point leader for Nebraska basketball.
That's
Most
I think the
three-pointers made.
state of Iowa,
Yeah, high school.
high school basketball.
Yep. He's coming down from Neola to play today. So
From Neola.
Neola up by Sioux City area. So
Is it? Are you sure
Yes.
about that?
I mean, it's on the.
I don't
It's,
know if
it's
it
in
is.
between Omaha and Sioux City.
Is
It
it?
is. It's in between.
Okay.
Yes, it is. All right, that's a fact.
What about Ramos? Could Ramos come play?
What was his first name, Jake?
Who?
Ramos. Was
From
it Chris
basketball?
Ramos?
I don't know. I don't know.
During the knee era, they had a
know that. I
little.
don't
They had
know
a
that
guard.
Yeah, name Ramos.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think
I
it
don't
was.
know that
He
one.
might have been a Spaniard.
Don't have that.
Might have
one.
been Puerto Rican. Chris Ramos?
I'm not sure. He's really good. I liked watching.
I think it was
a good player. Played a lot.
That is a random name to bring up, Bill.
Well, I thought he might be playing.
Talking
Talking about Danny Knee area.
Playing with Duke.
Playing Duke. Who's your partner? Ramos.
That is a great pull from the Danny Knee era.
Yeah. Chris Ramos.
Chris Ramos.
I don't know that one.
That's incredible, Bill.
Could have brought Vincent Hamilton out too. You never know. Bring out Vincent. All right, it is time for a Monday edition of Bill's Thrills. Let's do it now.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom.
Yes.
Bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
is it bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Quick correction, Jose Ramos.
I thought it was
Jose Ramos. A lot of Jose's on the text.
I thought it was Jose. I did.
Jose Ramos, not Chris. Hey, Jose Ramos. So he's not playing golf today. It's
awesome if he was playing with Duke.
He's out there today, Jose Ramos.
It is time for Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors. The floor is yours, Bill. Go ahead.
Okay. This will kind of refer back to, I sent a lot of text messages out like Friday or Saturday, just with all my friends checking out. Hey, Saturday was a big across the country, a major scrimmage day. Almost every team was doing that.
There's the flip. There's the flip.
So we're talking about football.
Okay.
We're talking about put the ball down, roll the film, and most importantly, clear the field.
Ooh.
Just how important it is just put the ball down and play. You have to go play football. Sometimes it's like things happen, you have to go play. And then the next thing that comes up with roll the film. That's what's so critical about these NFL games we saw from this first week. You get real film to watch when it really matters, when it's live, you're in the stadium, all those things. It really matters to get the live film of you performing, to evaluate yourself, evaluate the whole scheme, everything you're doing, to be able to get up. Those live reps means so much. So when you get a chance to get them, because they are cut down just by the NCAA, and they should be cut down because we practice way more now. When I say we, that's the players and the coaches. There's so many more times that you're doing football. So when you get a chance for the live reps, you really need those. We're live to the ground. We're able to go. I know there was some in the spring. There's nothing more better than having live reps on the quarterback. So he knows when he goes back that this guy can hit me. When you drop back every time in the preseason and you never can get hit, or in the spring and you can't get touched, the false security, and also you don't make your reads the same, you hold the ball longer just because of that. God. Also, then to find out the tap by the defensive end, I had him. No, you didn't. I mean, it's like, they blow the whistle.
Drove him nuts.
Drove him nuts. It's like,
drove you nuts.
Then all of a sudden they're scrambling out there.
I got him.
Yeah, I got him. That long. Yeah. Here's the other one. Clear the field. On the field alone. There's a lot of defensively, generally, you're always off the field or behind because you can't be out there. They're going that direction. Offensively, generally, you have all the staff in practice behind the O-line, behind wherever they're at, they're behind. And it creates a different feeling. It's also for the most part, I'm saying 94.6%. Coaches can't shut up. And I'm in the same deal. So all of a sudden it's like, hey, watch the creeper, watch this. Hey, you're 2 yards off, whatever it is. You're sometimes you talk to your guys, and there's no talking during the game. You don't get to fix things from the sideline.
Not really, right?
We yell a lot from the sideline, but they can't hear you. You're just wasted breath the whole time. But to be out there alone, and if you're a quarterback, running whoever, and have no one else out there with you but these 22 guys, and it's so important like that.
Clear the field.
Clear the field.
Yeah, take the coaches out.
Get the coaches out of there, and then I'm sure I imagine they were probably trying to work full game situations, which means whoever is in the press box is in the press box. Whoever is down is down. Whoever signaling. All those things are like a must. We have to have all those things to go with it. He mentioned on there having the officials. Sometimes, during the practice, sometimes you can get a little bit jacked up on the time clock.
Yeah.
And he mentioned time clock being a problem. That happens everywhere. Where all of a sudden it's like, hey, you're on the clock. Things are rolling.
Gotta go.
This is what's going on. the signals, the rotation, how you take the field. Defensively, I was like, hey, twos are up. And all of a sudden you see some couple guys jogging out there. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing? We all meet right here. And we take the field together, whatever our plan is for us right there. It's not a big, this isn't like a halftime speech. It's like one's up, everybody accounted for like that, ball's on the hash, whatever. Boom, give them a couple things, go out. And I still wouldn't tell them the defense. We'll sit it up to you when you get out there. And so just get out there, you're ready to go. But how you take the field, it matters. How you take the field, it still matters.
Complex game, Jake.
With what's going on. It comes up big time for the offense. If you kick a ball through the ends or whatever, and it's touchback, boom, click. They watch it. They press the clock right now. The clock's rolling. That's why you've seen in the past delay of games by the offense coming off of a touchback.
Yeah.
So you have to, again, how do you take the field?
Yep.
Boom, hey, right away, boom, but hey, clock's running,
Mm-hmm.
clock's going, got to have a call for it. And then also situational masters. So now there's a consequence to your third down play.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guess what? Yeah, we had a drop. Yeah, guess what? We're off the field. Drive's over. Got a drop. Screwed it up. Like that. Or you made a great play on third and 14. We converted. Are you kidding me? That's incredible. That's how we win. We win by keeping a drive alive when things aren't going great. All those things. So that comes up for us. Then you get real special teams. Then you get real special teams.
Mm-hmm.
Right, to get a chance to rip that. And that's always the hardest work, to figure out how you're going to do your special teams, when you're going to do them, how many live reps, because where it's difficult is generally is that you have to get in some form of a penny or a jersey, because your kickoff team may be half offense, half defense. And this group may be half of this, half of that. You have different crossovers. So that's always the part right there. It's also, hey, we're going one kickoff. Well, they come off of both sidelines for that. So just having it organized in that area.
So a lot to think about.
Okay. That was a wonderful edition of
Clear the
Bill's
field.
Thrills Football.
Clear the
Facts
field.
Monday.
Let them play.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's sponsored by Mid Plains Advisors. Call Dirk, Scott, and Ty for all your financial needs at Mid Plains Advisors. Hour 2 next on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V.
Thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Suriname, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store, now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of their family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. This Friday and Saturday, enjoy a 2-day sale on USDA Choice Bacon Wrapped Sirloins for just $3.99 per 8-ounce cut. A 5-pound box of snow crab clusters for just $49.99. And when you buy 2 1.75 liters of Captain Morgan spiced rum, you can get it for just $19.99. Stop by for the 2-day sale this Friday and Saturday at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Are you ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, Nebraska's leading John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Each combine includes our A-plus uptime program to keep you running flawlessly throughout harvest season. Go to acres.com to view a huge inventory of low-hour, late-model equipment. Find what you like, and we'll deliver it to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
IT projects piling up again? Managing IT can definitely be frustrating. Whether you have an in-house IT department or you manage it yourself, let him Hamilton be your experts. At Hamilton, we take the frustration out of your business tech issues with managed IT solutions. We specialize in co-managed and fully managed IT. Does your business need better managed IT? Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Nutrition Authority invites you to save 35 to 75% off at our back-to-school blowout. We're taking our better-than-internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, August 14th through 19th, the back-to-school blowout is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
It's August, and that means summer is winding down and the kids are back to school with lots of fall activities coming up. All great things, but also cause lots of stress. Instead of letting your nerves get the best of you and cause uncomfortable tightness, get ahead of it all with a massage from The Body Shop. The Body Shop in Lincoln is your place for all types of massages. Deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Book your appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the Shuffleboard Corner. Come on Sundays for Open House League all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 wells. Shake off the start to the work week with karaoke on Monday nights. And don't forget, happy hour is every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern in the heart of Havelock.
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Monday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2 sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC, location in Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. New location coming to 70th and Pioneers. What's today's special, Bill, at Midwest Bank?
What today's special is?
Yeah.
If you've gotten yourself in a pickle and you're upside down, of course, right there. Actually, what it really is what Steve wanted to do is you name your percentage. So if you walk in and if anything that you want over a $20,000 loan, you name your percentage at what you want to get it at.
You could really take advantage of that situation.
You can get $20,000 right now at 0.5.
Yeah. Well, maybe what you should do, here's what I would do if I was him.
Yes.
You have to explain the jackpot you're in, the problem.
Yes, the problem.
And if it's bad enough,
yeah.
Steve will
he'll go 0.5.
Right, yeah.
He'll go 0.5. Yeah. It's like, well, that's a story. Now, what and your cousin did what?
Yeah, right.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
So go in, talk to Steve. If it's a situation that you need, hey, this is a hot one
if
here.
You're in a bad one.
You're in a bad one. They can't just be like, I just want to get a four-wheeler. No, not doing that.
You got to be in a fix.
Got to be in a fix. You got to have it signed off on.
Name your percentage.
Name your percentage. Name your percentage Monday. Name your percentage
Steve
Monday.
Schindler
in
Creighton up there.
Yes.
Yeah.
7 times.
He's in Creighton.
7-time bigger than. Let me ask you this.
That's the guy we met at the wedding, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Is that are they
Super nice
are they
shirt.
FDIC also?
Oh, they are. Member FDIC.
Okay.
And this is the Schindler who's the all-time leading tackler in Norfolk High School.
No, that's Swigert. That's Lauren Swigert. Yeah, it's like,
blew that.
yeah, he had a nice shirt on too.
Schweiger,
He
they
looked-
both had
yeah,
nice
he- yeah,
shirts.
he was dressed well.
Yeah, really nice shirt on.
Dennis LeBlanc had a nice shirt on too. And
He-
I spilled
he
Jack
spilled-
Coke
yeah,
on.
He's still pissed about it too.
No, he brushed it off quickly.
He did.
Super nice guy. Dennis LeBlanc. Dennis LeBlanc.
So it happens all the time. Keith Mann, he just happens all the time. I go, when's the last time you actually had a cocktail store? I'd say it's probably been 10 years. And then, oh yeah, it happens all the time. Keith
Super
Mann,
nice
talk
guy.
to Dennis about that.
Super nice guy.
We have a text before I get to a gift we have here.
What is going on, Jake? Why are you doing this to us?
Doug in the text line says this, in honor of the first day of school for some today.
Whoa, whoa.
Yes.
What is the best beverage to drink after teaching the kids today? After day one.
First day.
Scotch.
Getting home.
He's got a big old glass of scotch.
Yeah, scotch.
Dry. Just
Scotch.
naked.
Not in the rocks, no. It's warm scotch. I'd go warm scotch. I'm a simple. So it's so refreshing.
Yeah.
No, get a 7 and 7. Get some Seagram 7.
There you go. That's
get some Seagram 7. Get a 7 and 7.
Yeah, that's
remember my uncle order now. I'm a 7 and 7. Give me some Windsor.
Well, I regret to do this so late because you guys have complained all morning about being starved.
What's going
I've
on?
held back on you for like an hour and 20
And we've been
minutes now.
starved?
Yeah, you have been.
I
so
have been.
I had a gift on my desk, as it happens sometimes when I get to work on Monday or Tuesday
Are
or
you
Wednesday.
kidding me? You've been holding out on
You've had
this?
food?
How many times did I say today we are devoid of food in here?
I almost ate cheese. I almost ate cheese.
Not cheese, but cheese. I had a bag on my desk that's looks like it's from Buc-ee's here, right?
No way.
Yep, and a letter.
Well, that is from Buc-ee's.
It is from Buc-ee's.
What do you mean it looks like it's from Buc-ee's?
Just give me a second here. It's a letter on here as well. I can at least tell you what's in here.
Look at this.
Whoa, I can't read all of that. This is from Kevin in Atkinson.
Nice.
Nebraska.
We will read your letter,
Yeah,
Kevin.
we'll
we
get
just didn't
there.
have time for the 9 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. So we got some Buc-ee's jerky here, courtesy
Is that teriyaki?
No, we
This
did
is
not.
teriyaki.
incredible.
This
There
is
you go.
good for you.
It is.
Oh, this is so healthy.
We also have steakhouse beef jerky
That's
from
mine.
Buc-ee's. All right.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you.
teriyaki. Yeah. What'd you get, Jake?
What'd you get?
Well, we got Bohemian garlic. You guys
Do
want
that.
Oh, the Bohemians
Do
are
that.
unbelievable people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bohemians.
Korean barbecue.
Nice.
Yeah, Korean same.
And
Korean
we got
same, yes.
mesquite peppered
Go ahead and give me the mesquite
beef
pepper.
jerky. Okay.
Thank you.
As you open up,
I'm going to
this
stick
one
with the
right
teriyaki.
Jake, this is great because I can take it to practice.
Yeah.
To practice too. Nebraska
Okay.
football practice.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Tell me again the name again. Kevin
This is
from Atkinson.
youngster Kevin.
Kevin.
from Atkinson. I got his email address here.
So he probably goes to Atkinson. Youngster, that means he's still in school. Is he
I
going
don't-
to
I
Atkinson
don't
and West
know.
Holt?
Oh no, he's a retired school teacher
Okay.
and principal and AD.
Wow, that's incredible.
Thank you.
Thank
He
you.
says that
What's he
the
say?
moves to Copperhead Road were Regal moves.
he did.
Regal moves.
I'm
Something.
telling you, Jake, you crushed it on that. Everyone's still.
He
still
says
talking.
Bella is the face of Nebraska Wesleyan.
Yes.
She is.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I hear a lot-
Also, this was expensive.
Wow.
Just price beef jerky sometimes.
I mean, this
He
is
said
this is
he-
$9,
Yeah.
$9,
Oh yeah,
18, 27, 30, 6,
Yeah,
$45.
okay, he's got a quick thing.
$45 with tax. We're looking at 53
$50.
cents.
A quick
Yeah.
thing on Buc-ee's. I just got back from a run to Texas. Thought I would grab you guys some snacks at the aforementioned Buc-ee's, the Disney World of convenience stores. I did a little research while I was there, since I know you like data. 256 gas pumps at this Buc-ee's
256.
Where's that?
in Texas somewhere.
Mhm.
60 urinals and 15 stalls for the guys. 25 stalls for the ladies in the bathroom at Buc-ee's. There we go.
Buc-ee's is one of those things you have to see to believe.
Yeah, you won't believe it.
Jake, you have to see it to believe it. I know what
Thank
your
you.
mind's thinking. Sip.
I
Just
want
a
to
truck stop.
know who when Mr. Bucky invented this. He finally just said, you know what, enough's enough. You want to see it? You want to see
Right.
a place to stop? Watch this. Watch this.
Enough's enough.
Yeah.
Thank you to Kevin in
Kevin.
Atkinson. West Holt is the
Yes.
school
Okay.
up there.
Okay, you've been to the world's largest trucks up in
I have.
Iowa.
Yes.
It's nothing compared to It's
That's-
literally nothing.
That's junior high.
256 gas pumps.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just envision that real quick.
Well, and it's super I mean, they have, for instance, if you want to get some barbecue, they have cooks making the barbecue right there
Yeah,
at
for you.
Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just don't leave it sitting. They have people making it.
They call it Bucky Q.
Do they?
I don't know.
They should. That's
They
true. That's
should.
genius.
Yes.
But we got Buc-ee's. I got mesquite peppered, and this is going to get me through till 2:00 today because that's when I'll leave practice. 2:00. I might take an extra one too.
I'm glad to
Share
hear
some.
that. Yes.
Jake, you held out.
I felt bad because I knew I had this the whole time, and you guys were claiming you were starving. I said, "Well, I'll get there." Now we
you
got
had
it.
that little
So you're welcome.
blank eating grin on your face.
I did. I told you I was going to get there. I felt bad. I held out this long, but now you have the food. You can have some substance, and you're happy. So everything's good.
Substance.
Yes. Okay. We don't have a lot of time here. I do want to get to this real quick because I mentioned, we played some audio from Matt Rule post-practice on Saturday. Sip was there, asked some questions about the kickers. That was good to hear that from Sip. A couple questions.
Nothing
Now,
to praise, okay?
I talked about this. I didn't play the audio. This has been making the rounds on social media regarding Matt Rule addressing the turnover ratio. So I want to play the actual quote for him going back on some previous years. And here's Matt Rule from Saturday post scrimmage.
Yeah, Mitch, that's been my big thing all camp is like, the last time that we had a positive turnover margin was Mike Riley's second year, and we went 9-4. It's the last time. That's unheard of to be that many years of negative ball security. So we are protecting the ball better. We're not getting fumbles knocked out. Sometimes with the third team, we had some center quarterback exchanges in the gun. But the first team was really clean. I think we had one takeaway at the end on a pick. So the ball security and the fumbles and all that are better. But that there'll be a lot more to it as we move forward. Like, we'll have a lot more situations to see where we are.
I do like this fact he says we, even going back before he was here. But yeah, the turnover issue has been, we've talked about, we're talking about 20 years, right?
Well,
maybe
yes,
not 20, but
pretty much.
You can go back a long way and see turnover problems at Nebraska. Now, some of that, as I've just said, teams that turn it over, they're just not very good anyway, so they turn it over. I mean, it's just bad teams turn it over. Nebraska hasn't been very good for a while. Now we got to be, what? There's guys listening right now that would say, hey, cool it. Like the Pelini era guys would say, oh, we won 9 or 10 every year. So let's not say 20 years of bad football, because it hasn't been. But Pelini's teams had a lot of turnover problems. They did.
The one thing about turnovers is that if you do well with them and you're positive, it doesn't guarantee you a win or a great season. But if you're negative, it does guarantee you'll have a bad season. That it guarantees that part.
That's a good point.
So you could be plus and maybe still just be average, but if you're negative, it's 100%. That's what's going to be.
Rule said something that you would say, duh.
100.
But
I hope he says that sometime. I will die of laughter.
But I thought he said something that was telling. He said, if we're going to be the type of team we want to be, we're going to have to win the turnover margin. We're going to have to win the penalty battle. We're going to have to win on special teams. We're going to have to do everything right to have a chance to win games. Now there is the head coach essentially acknowledging that they are not loaded with talent. Now, listen, talented teams got to do all that stuff too. Win the turnover margin, be light on penalties. But what I'm suggesting is if you have a ton of talent across the board, you have more leeway. Oklahoma back in the day could fumble 8 times when Switzer was coaching and still win the game. Now, try that if you're Nebraska.
Not going to work out well.
Right. You have more leeway. Now, that was an acknowledgement from Rule that they're not loaded. They're going to have to play very cleanly to win games, which, it's some people are going to say, well, yeah, no kidding. But that's the head coach acknowledging that. Now, someday, can Nebraska get to the point where it has so much talent that, if we don't win the turnover margin, it's probably not that big of a deal.
Boy, it's such a big deal. It's it's the number one predictor of wins and losses. If there's some sort of relevance. So if you're playing, if Alabama is playing Idaho, and Alabama turns it over 4 times, Idaho doesn't turn it over, it's still probably an ass kicking. But if the talent is somewhat neutral, even if it's just 60-40, whatever that area, the team with the turnovers is going to lose.
Got it.
So it's not. But again, there'd be sometimes like, yeah, we were horrible today in the turnover deal, but we were just so much better.
Right.
We were just so much better. It didn't
Right.
matter. But overall, it always catches up because eventually, in all conferences and all games, you start playing people that you're within this. Hey, we're in this. Where are we at? It's 60-40. They're a little better than us, but we got this. Is how do we make it right? Don't turn it over. No stupid penalties, all those things. Don't extend drives off a late hit on quarterbacks. Those type of things are what come up.
Right now, what Nebraska's in a position where it does have to. If Nebraska's gonna beat Michigan, if Nebraska's gonna beat Wisconsin, it can't play sloppy and expect to win.
Correct.
Now, there's teams that can do that. I watched Alabama do it against Texas last year. 14 penalties, played like crap. I mean, it was crap.
They almost lost.
They won the game, though.
Pulled it off.
See, they can do it. I wonder if Nebraska will ever get to that point again. I've seen them. This thing about Osborne's teams where they were loaded with talent, but they also did the little things. They were loaded with talent, and they weren't heavily penalized. They won the turnover margin. They were great on special teams, and they were loaded with talent. That's what you want. Right?
Nebraska had a game in 2009 where they had 8 turnovers and only lost by 2 points to Iowa State. That was a huge upset. Remember that? The Iowa State game, 9-7 here in Memorial Stadium. And that was Paul fumbled going to the end zone.
That was crazy.
One of 8 turnovers, and Nebraska still almost won that game. Yeah. They had a lot of talent in that team. It was a horrible game. The offense was poor. It wasn't as good as you. The defense was amazing, but that's an example of, when they have 8 turnovers and almost survive it still. That would not happen right now. No way you'd survive 8 turnovers in the game.
No, everything's bunched up too. The teams are in the Big Ten. There's a lot of parity. It's just a different conversation now.
So that's I just want to play that for Matt Rule on Saturday. People that was making the rounds. People like the fact he was saying we, even though he was not a part of the previous teams in the past.
He's good about doing stuff like
that. He's not ripping anybody. He's saying Mike Riley was the last guy to have a positive turnover ratio.
No, he wasn't ripping anybody. It's factual. It's factual, right? Mm-hmm. It is what it is. See what happens this year.
When we come back,
see if Sims can take care of the ball. See if the offense can take care of the ball.
When we come back, a scare over at Iowa at their scrimmage.
Oh yeah.
You know what's funny about this? I didn't read this, but guess who did?
I did.
Jake did because he's reading about Iowa.
Yeah. How about that for a tease? How about that?
Explains all those shots.
Yeah.
Well, we'll break down the scare at Iowa next. Early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in August. Try their new lemon cream cheese on any bagel or breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Nutrition Authority invites you to save 35 to 75% off at our back-to-school blowout. We're taking our better-than-internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, August 14th through 19th, the back-to-school blowout is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the Shuffleboard Corner. Come on Sundays for Open House League all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 wells. Shake off the start to the work week with karaoke on Monday nights. And don't forget, happy hour is every day from 3 to 6 p.m. and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern in the heart of Havelock. You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627. It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Terex and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule or looking to dominate adventure in a Terex, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid through 9/30/2023, subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Rashawn Jackson from been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brent is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brent Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrentExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brent Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go Big Brent!
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, most skies and north breeze with clouds and cool temperatures this afternoon. We'll see a high of around 76. Night clear skies with a low of around 53. Tomorrow we'll see more sunshine, a little bit more warmth forecast. Tomorrow we'll see an afternoon high of around 83. I'm meteorologist Kyle Puck with 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
It's Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I'm surprised that you guys had not heard this before I told you on our group chat on Saturday about the situation in Iowa that happened on Saturday. There was a scrimmage, a little scrimmage in Iowa, and Cade McNamara, who's going to be likely the starting quarterback, unless the injury is real, the starting quarterback at Iowa, was escaping the pocket, trying to get some extra yards, and had a non-contact injury. Goes down by himself on the field. People are freaking out.
I freaked out.
He left the field, but he comes back. No crutches, no ice in the leg. Kirk Ferentz says it's some sort of a muscle situation.
Soft tissue. Now, I saw it. If I were an Iowa fan, it would concern me.
So was it like a knee plant or was it a hamstring?
He said here at Bill, literally, he ran out of the pocket to his right. Yep. He was just running and then went down. Like, it's hard to tell what it was.
So it wasn't like a hard plant?
No, not really. No, he was just running.
I'll find the video. No, I'll show him the video.
Yeah, I watched it and I cringed a little bit, especially knowing he's coming off of a knee problem. Now, they said it's not structural. He didn't break anything. I don't know.
That's interesting.
Watch it. I don't know what the hell he's showing.
Bill is showing that. It's hard. It's not the best footage. It's kind of blurry.
Yeah.
See anything?
Well,
looks like it happened.
Obviously,
the game looks like it was played in Scotland.
It was. If I was guessing the first one that happened, if I was watching, my first thing would be, "Oh God, looks like an Achilles."
It didn't look good. It did not look good.
But
No,
then,
there's
you don't
nobody around.
But you don't come back out on the field after if it's an Achilles.
Yeah, Kirk Ferentz says, quote, he described it as a muscle injury, as he hopes it's not serious. He has no idea in terms of right now what how long he could be out for.
Is the big guy still there? Who would be the backup, Jake?
Spencer Petras, is he still? Petra's still there?
He had, I believe he had some sort
No,
of.
I think
he had a shoulder surgery.
I believe Deuce Hogan might still be there, right? Deuce, see that at the quarterback?
Did Deuce is loose?
You just make up a name.
I
there?
didn't know.
You did.
That sounds like that's a real. No, that's a real.
There's no Deuce
Hogan.
There's Deuce Hogan's a
If
real.
I was going to
person.
fake a name in a bar, I'd say, yeah, Deuce Hogan.
Hey, Deuce
It's a good
Hogan.
name. It's a great name.
Hey, Deuce.
It's a great fake name.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, anyway,
You might know my dad, Hulk.
You may have heard of him before.
that was a scary moment at Iowa. It was.
What?
When I saw it, I was like, "Ooh, God!"
Tell you what stood out was when he was running. He was running fast.
Man, pretty fast.
Looked like he moved around pretty well.
Yeah, he's not McCarthy fast, but he's still got
Was
plenty
someone
of speed.
shooting that film through a peephole?
I don't
or
know what that.
something, or
Yeah,
what's
that
up?
was the best footage
I
that
saw
anybody
better
had.
footage than that,
Yeah,
Jake.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what.
Yeah.
Did you shoot that yourself?
That wasn't me. That's the one I saw posted
Yeah.
originally. That was the best footage they had of the injury. to
I'm shocked there was
Katie
any
McNamara.
footage of it.
Yeah, there was
How would
footage.
the media get footage of that? But
Well,
they must have been.
They were able to watch. They were able. It was an open practice.
Oh,
for
it was
media.
Kids Day. It was Kids Day. It was a
Gotcha.
kids. They called it a Kids Day scrimmage. So there were people there.
There were people there.
Yeah. Anyway, and then you're going to ask about Harbaugh. The
Jim,
Harbaugh.
yeah. So let's go back quickly to Big Ten media days, where there was a lot of stuff with PJ Fleck going on. Jim Harbaugh. There's a rumor of him having a 4-game suspension, and you said on Friday, Bill, you said it's been pretty quiet. We've heard crickets on the Jim Harbaugh suspension. Well, over the weekend, it's because it has gone away. There's not going to be a 4-game suspension.
I don't.
Is that what you're hearing?
No, I think it's not went away.
It
It's just
hasn't
not
gone
been
away.
resolved.
Okay.
Right.
I don't think.
apologize.
I don't think it's
What I had read, the article I read said it was likely going.
There
away,
are
so.
now to defend Jake. The reports
Is there
are kind of.
conflicting reports here. Then
Yeah, there's sort
I
of.
read one that said it was going away. So
I hope I can do this without confusing people thoroughly.
'Cause-
There was an amazing.
listening to a podcast Sunday. They were still discussing. When I say they, the sports talk radio. We're talking about that. Why would you not just take the suspension and be done with it? They did not say, "Hey, this is going away."
One reason would be because of the NCAA process is so lengthy that this could last through the season. It wouldn't affect him because it might not be resolved Bill, until the spring of 2024.
Like 19. So Barrett Salee. I'm going to say. I hope I didn't screw that up. I'm sure it was Barrett Salee and Tom Luganbill. Barrett Salee, I'm listening to. They do a sports show on
Sunday
Sundays,
mornings,
so I was listening to it. Salee came up with the whole reason that his conspiracy theory was, which was interesting. Why are they fighting it so hard? He goes, Harbaugh's last year. Let's go in the NFL. Get the suspension.
Push it down the road.
Walk off to the next thing.
There was an amazing. Okay, that's amazing. The reports on this are kind of bizarre. How much people are talking, including Derek Crawford, who's the NCAA vice president of hearing operations. NCAA vice president. This was a quote he had to the Detroit News. This is incredible to hear an NCAA official talk like this. The Michigan infraction case is related to impermissible on and off campus recruiting during COVID-19 dead period and impermissible coaching activities. This is not a cheeseburger, he said. You never hear that. He said it's
well,
not.
That was quoted a couple times. Like, what's the deal? Bought a guy a cheeseburger. That was said.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what he's coming from. It's not uncommon for the Committee of Infractions to seek clarification on key facts. This is going to keep going. My read on it I read like 3 or 4 articles because it was sort of confusing. My read is they're just going to keep pushing it down the road, and he won't have to serve anything. Now that's a good theory by
This
Sally.
was addressed yesterday with Tom Luganbill suggested that because there's more to this. And if you go back and look, impermissible contact on campus, if it was on campus
Right.
during COVID
During COVID.
at Arizona State, got fired. Herm Edwards was fired.
Herm Edwards.
There's the assistant coach that got hired at Wisconsin this last year, whatever it was. And then this came up that at Air Force, they had impermissible visits during that time.
During COVID.
During COVID. He was instantly released.
Really?
He was fired.
Herm Edwards'
Yes.
situation was incredible. If you read those articles, they were busing. I mean, they had kids in vans taking them off campus to work them out. Like they have cameras in the offices.
They had video of the players coming through,
streaming in,
talking to Herm
during an impermissible.
during COVID.
I think the coaches just said, I mean, I know the cameras are running, but just let them have them. Let the investigators have them.
So that's why it's interesting. When like you said, that's why it's much bigger. It's like this was during a pandemic.
Yeah,
this was a different deal.
Yeah,
and then also what happens during that time is that people talk. So there's probably people that were like didn't sign with Michigan. There's someplace else. Were you there? Oh yeah, I was there. Yeah, here's the text message I got that said show up.
Yeah,
at this time. I was there. I was on campus during those times.
Yeah. And Harbaugh, it's a level one allegation. And it's that he misled or lied to investigators, which he says, I just forgot.
Yeah.
You know, I can't remember everything. So I don't know. Who knows? I think he'll be coaching against Nebraska. That's the bottom line.
Jim Harbaugh, yes.
We would have anyway, right? Because the 4-gamer would have ended right before. But I don't think he's going to be. I guess the way to put it is, I think he'll be on the sideline for the first 4 games. I think he'll be on the sideline for all 12
There is
games.
a certain point in time where the NCAA, they don't have subpoena power, some other power. They do have the power to say, this is your suspension. They have that. They have that ability to have that power.
There's a process though.
There's a process, but it seems like the process has been pretty well run.
Mm-hmm.
This has been. I mean, the discussion's already out there, so I don't know. I don't think there's a lot of other details of like we're going to dig into this deeper. They've dug deep into things.
They have.
What other kind of information they're trying to come up with?
Okay, well, here's what the Committee of Infractions. Here's what Derek Crawford of the NCAA said. He said it's not uncommon, Bill, for the Committee of Infractions to seek clarification on key facts prior to accepting the resolution, which in this case would be a 4-game suspension. He said the COI, the Committee of Infractions, may also reject a resolution if it determines that the agreement is not in the best interest of the NCAA or the penalties are not reasonable. I guess all I'm saying is this could keep going. There's a 60-day period where they look at it. Then there's a 90-day period where there can be a response from the school. I mean, that 60 days, 90 days, that's 150. You're getting pretty far down the line, right?
I just wonder if there's any risk of when they could say enough's enough and we're suspending you. So all of a sudden you're at game 6 and they're like,
I think it's going to last.
And all of a sudden you're like going, okay, suspension. Yeah, no, we're done. Suspension's up. You got 40.
I don't think.
And all of a sudden, imagine that. The easy way seems to be like, just take the 4 games right off the bat. You're going to be 4-0.
Yeah, don't fight those. Those are the ones you want.
They play
to be
nobody.
No.
The tough. The first.
We went to the first 4. Rutgers is their
Rutgers
conference
first
game.
conference game.
There was one other quote that was interesting, and this was from Jim Harbaugh's lawyer. His name is Tom Mars. He said, considering that the NCAA enforcement process is supposed to be highly confidential, it seems odd that sports writers are once again reporting on developments in this case as though they're matter-of-fact public record. He said, I'm not going to confirm or comment on anything other than to express my frustration with this process. That's all I have to say. It's getting kind of weird.
The comment was odd.
Yeah.
By the NCAA.
By the NCAA. They're talking about it on the record. They don't do a lot of
usually
that.
Never say a word.
No. That guy saying it's not a cheeseburger. I mean, come on.
Somehow
it struck me as a little
somehow they wanted the information out that this was
serious
during COVID when this happened. That they wanted that information out in some fashion. So they got it out. That's basically what it comes down to.
Yeah, the NCAA.
I would find it very hard to believe that he just kind of got caught off guard and just said something. I think it was like, I got something to say.
Oh, the NCAA guy.
Make sure you got audio for this.
Yeah, audio for this. Let me say something.
I'm putting this out there
because that's a big headline.
It is.
That's a big headline.
Let's play the game show. Give us
Whoa.
a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. We're 2 weeks away from starting the record up. Yeah, we are 14 days away from restarting. It's still preseason. And speaking of preseason, how about some backup NFL quarterbacks?
Okay.
I will tell you the quarterback. You tell me what team he plays for.
32 chances.
Yeah.
Got 32 teams.
132.
Yeah.
No Dan Pastorini. These are now current day quarterbacks. The backups.
Pastorini was a starter.
I know he was.
He was a dude.
He was a dude. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
464-5685. Call the Dick Down Sip in trivia. How do you guys feel about backup quarterbacks today? Sip?
Not that bad.
You watched preseason. You had a chance to see some of these guys probably week one.
I was listening to the radio.
Well, and you've heard about them possibly then. If you can hear me, you're playing the game show. Who do we have here today? No, nobody. They hung up. That means the line's open for you. You hear that? They got scared. If you want to play the game show, we have a line open, 402-464-5685.
5685.
We had 3 people there for a second. They all dropped off. They got scared.
Really interested in the situation in Indy. I was listening to a guy while we're waiting. He said Richardson had one good game at Florida against Utah.
One.
Really one. There's a guy who said, I've seen every game he played at Florida. He really had one good game.
He did play unbelievable that game.
Florida lost to fans. I mean,
that was not good.
Yeah, he did play good against you.
The lines are now jacked. If you can hear me, you are playing the game show. Who do we have today?
Nick Sheridan.
Nick. Get Nick first and last.
He
name.
sounds very official.
I'm sorry, the name again?
Nick. It's Nick. N-I-C.
Sir.
All right, Nick's ready to play. Nick, first question goes to you. Bill is a lifeline. One question as always. Nick, what NFL team does backup quarterback Malik Willis play for?
Tennessee Titans. Final answer.
Answer.
We're in trouble. I did have that one.
Did you have that?
1-0 lead for Nick. Back to you guys. First question. What NFL team SIP does backup quarterback Bailey Zappi play for? Z-A-P-P-E. Bailey Zappi.
I'd go Lifeline.
I don't know.
Okay, hold on. Bailey Zappi?
You know he's not the Titan, so we've got 31 options here.
I'll say Carolina.
Panther. Do you want that one, Nick, or you want to pass?
Let's pass.
That'd be the New England Patriots. He played a couple games last year. Started, I think, 1 or 2 games in place of the bad Mac Jones last year. For the win, 1-0.
Fired it across the bow.
Just about, fired it.
He'll do that with the NFL a lot.
Yeah, especially if it's a rival of mine. Okay, for the win, Nick, what NFL team does backup quarterback Drew Lock play for?
I think that would be the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks.
I had that one too. The Seahawks is correct. The former Broncos
Nice job,
quarterback,
Nick.
former Missouri quarterback, is now in Seattle. Nick, congrats with your bagels. Thanks for calling in and calling down the road.
Thanks. Love you guys' show. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thanks for calling in.
Very kind of you.
Jeez.
We want some more questions here
Yeah.
as well. Who wants it? This is for you.
All right.
And then Bill will do the trivia or the tiebreaker.
Okay.
What NFL team SIP does backup quarterback Cooper Rush play for? Cooper Rush also started, I think, 3 or 4 games last year.
You're kidding me.
He started 3 or 4 games last year.
Nick, I know this one.
Well, go ahead.
Cowboys.
Cowboys is
Shut
correct.
up.
For the injured Dak.
Yeah.
He played well. But
Played pretty well.
For Dak Prescott.
Didn't
Okay.
they win 2 or 3? They won
I
some
think
games.
they won all 4. I think it was 4-0 to start.
Okay, now you're doing this one. You got to get this on the nose.
All right. This is going to be tough. All right. Andy Dalton, Bill, is the backup quarterback for the Panthers at 35 years old. How many starts has he made in his NFL career?
Tough. Hang on.
How many years?
He's 35 years old.
35. Jeez.
134.
Over under that, Sip?
It's a really good number. It's really good. I'm going to say under.
Over 162. 162 starts for Andy
See,
Dalton.
one thing I'm hearing, Bryce Young, a little shaky. Their offensive line is not very good in Carolina. So the thought is give him 4 games, see what it looks like. Then you might go to Dalton just so Bryce Young doesn't get killed. The size thing, they were talking a lot about it on the radio yesterday. There are guys that say that size thing is real. It matters. He's not very big. The guy in Arizona is not very big.
Kyler Murray.
He's hurt.
He's hurt a lot.
Right. Then there's who else is a smaller guy who's struggling a little
Tua's
bit?
not very big.
Tua, hurt all the time. Right? Tua's always
He's-
hurt.
all the
Gets
time.
flung around like
Absolutely.
a rag doll.
He's
right?
hurt a lot.
I'm telling you, I'm of the mind. If I'm a recruiter like Bill, if I'm a GM, if I'm a head coach, my teams are going to be big, and I'm not going to have a small quarterback. Now, Bryce Young was good at Alabama. I get it, but this is another deal.
It's a little different. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no. But again, first game,
What's so funny?
zero
Dave?
stock in that.
First game?
Yeah.
Who looked better, Richardson or Bryce Young, in game 1?
I don't know that, but man, there's a lot of the Richardson thing is fascinating to listen to because there's some media that say, "Oh, he's going to be a dude.
yeah.
Oh, this is going to really take off." Then there's some that are saying, "What are you seeing?" Like, whoa, just because. Okay, here's what you don't do in the NFL.
He was in the low 50s, wasn't he?
Yes, for percentage.
Percentage.
It's not good.
Here's what you don't do in the NFL. It's not the combine every Sunday. You got to play.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to play. If it was the combine every Sunday, he'd be amazing.
Well,
But
you
it's
got
not
freak
the
numbers.
combine.
Congrats. Let's play
Right.
football now.
That's why seeing things on film is so important. After the first game, all of a sudden, like, well, what happened? The first couple games, and then people saw him. They saw him on film. No one realized in the first game that this is a huge weakness for him. It didn't get exposed. Now it gets exposed.
Indy is a great NFL town. This is going to be fascinating to watch if Richardson works out or not because they're banking on it, and they got Jonathan Taylor problems too.
He's got a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And Jim Irsay's off the wagon. He's just crazy. Irsay is crazy.
Do we know that? Do we know that for sure?
I mean, he's just
He's
behaving
just
erratically.
crazy.
Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. He's a
Off
strange
the wagon
man.
has other connotations.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
But,
well,
yeah.
I was using that connotation.
Yeah, I was kind of
He's behaving.
He's off his rocker. How about that? Can we
He's
go with that?
behaving erratically.
Yeah, let's go.
That's
with that.
better.
Okay.
It's off the wagon.
Words are hard. The spillover is next. An early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V.
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 7th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore with the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Carter, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E6 contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
We had 2 boys, so we needed more space. We lived in a townhouse, so we decided to build.
Casey Bowman and her husband Joe built their first home with us. This is Bob Benish of Aspen Builders. Working with the Bowmans was fantastic.
After the first meeting, we really liked them as people.
I was really skeptical about the whole build process, more so than Joe was. If there were problems or issues along the way, they called and explained everything. They just really helped ease my mind.
They were really good about giving us options as far as what fit in the budget, what didn't fit in the budget. They have a designer, Rachel.
She was amazing. She was very helpful in making sure that our house turned out good. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change the lot. I wouldn't change colors. I love everything about it. Everything. It's perfect for us.
Like the Bowmans, you too can make your dream home a reality. Call us at 423-6811 or online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Summer is near. Now's the time to clean or replace your furnace filter to get the most out of your AC. Find energy-saving tips at les.com/save-energy.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, mostly sunny skies and north breeze with some cool temperatures this afternoon. We'll see a high of around 76. Night clear skies with the low of around 53. Tomorrow we'll see more sunshine, a little bit more warmth forecast. Tomorrow we'll see an afternoon high of around 83. Meteorologist Kyle Puck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're on the air.
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover with Chris Raff and AD on a Monday. Gentlemen, good to see you. Raff?
Good morning. Good morning. Good to be here.
Have you guys had a chance to look at the ducks yet in the sales room? There's ducks. There's ducks in the office. Legitimate.
Raph checked them out.
Real life ducks named.
So there's real ducks in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
The ducks.
Pablo and Cruz.
Pablo and Cruz.
Yeah.
Bill bought those yesterday.
I brought them in for Sipple.
It's a gift.
It's a gift.
So there's real live ducks in
Yeah,
it.
back in the
Got them
table
at Tractor
back there.
Supply. Thing was, I've tried to get them for almost a month. They're always
This
sold
is like
out.
adopting a child without knowing it. I didn't know this was
Just
happening.
the child.
It's a lot.
There you go. Enjoy.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Joy.
It's like the Hangover when they have that baby all of a sudden. They got to take care of it.
Yeah, it's just like
We'll
that.
see what happens.
Yes.
It may, yeah.
Pablo and Cruz are very adaptable.
I hope so.
They've been
They're
good, good additions to the show today.
Yeah,
they
right.
came in for the first segment.
They might be here again tomorrow after they're rejected. We'll see.
I'll see Pablo and Cruz in the parking lot tomorrow. We
Just walking around.
Bill, they got loose.
If you don't just put them in the
They're baby ducks.
those kids next
put them in the kids next door, they'll love them.
Let's
put them at the
throw them
daycare.
over the fence.
Go Pablo!
If you showed up every day and they were over there, how excited would you be? I'd be so pumped to feed them.
Look at Pablo.
To be clear, these are babies right now. We're not throwing them over any fence.
Ducklings.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're right now they're getting treated like gold.
Right.
Yes.
They are.
And they're
They
sitting
gotta
back.
learn to fly.
Yep, they're sitting back in the studio having a good time. The sales office having a good time.
The
They're chilling.
wings are clipped.
Yeah,
Having
the
a good
wings are
time.
clips. There's no flying. Yeah, they're just a tasty morsel for an animal. That's what they
My
are.
God.
We're trying to avoid the massive
My
carrot
God.
tip house.
It'd be like an hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah, my God.
You have said yourself there's been massacres at your
Yes.
house before.
Oh, yeah.
We need to avoid the massacre.
You buried a lot of chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've buried 12 to 14 back there.
Do you have?
It's tough. I mean, if you let them loose during the day, there's the wild is the wild. I mean, there's things that come through your neighborhood that are a threat to chickens. It seems to me that in the last 5 years, it's gotten worse.
I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah, there's just more. You know, we never thought we'd worry about coyote. Foxes become more prevalent in the city, as you guys know. We've
Well,
talked
the more
about.
we keep building out to the outskirts, they keep coming in too, man.
Yeah.
As we keep building out.
Yeah, but yeah, it's so all by way of
I
saying.
will say this.
I don't know if Trix is going to accept this or not. We'll see.
Breakers, be ready. If someone needs 2 ducks, they may be back in the studio.
Right, they might tomorrow.
They might
Maybe
need
back
a
in
taker,
studio.
possibly.
Yeah, and I'm not
We
going
want to take care of them.
Don't guilt me on this. This is a big step for anybody.
I agree.
Right? Don't guilt me out.
Now,
on
when
it.
it comes to animals, though, I'll watch the where the bears come into someone's house, or
Oh,
you
yeah.
just or they get in the pool.
hilarious.
When the bears all of a sudden they look out and they're in the pool swimming and just eating stuff out of the trash can. That's funny. That'll make you. There's not a time you go, I'm going to watch this bear swim in this pool.
Yeah, you have to watch it.
If it pops up on social
have to
media,
watch it.
sometimes they walk inside your house and
Or a
stuff.
deer comes in.
I'm gonna
Deer
watch
comes
that.
in the door.
It's just,
Yeah.
it
Walk- looks
puts you
around.
in a trance. You have to watch
I'm
it.
going to watch those videos.
Absolutely.
That's an all-day
Yeah,
deal.
It's like, man,
You can lose me for a long time on my phone on that one. What are you going? Watching some bears.
The bears, the houses.
the bears on the patio, peering in the glass door.
Exactly. I'm going to watch that.
Yeah. Nick's here too.
Nick is here. What'd you call him earlier?
Yeah, you got a name.
Is he listening?
He said a name.
Can you hear Nick?
I said you look like a big swimming pool. I can't hear.
Oh, man.
Say it again.
It's bad, Nick.
I said you got it. What color's your shirt? Aqua. I said
Say it again. Call
you look like a big swimming pool over there. I called you Big Swim.
Big Swim.
All right. Should I tell the people what you called me the second week that I ever watched you?
Don't hang that over my head.
Track record here that I don't. I think
It's a nice shirt.
Problem, it's me.
It's a nice.
It's a lot of problem. You.
It's a nice shirt.
Nick,
I like it.
They were, because Coach Busch, like, hey, he's got a nice polo on. What's he got going on today?
And he goes, "Oh, big swim. Look like a
He
big
looks
swimming
like a
pool."
swimming
That's
pool.
horrible.
I complimented you.
How can you? Okay.
I said you look like a big swimming pool.
If you didn't mean it that way,
I didn't mean it that way.
spin it to where I feel better about
You're a
myself
big dude.
for hearing that.
Rico style.
HR will see you after the show. Yeah.
You're a big dude.
Pool.
You know,
It's an awkward.
I was standing in front of my closet going, all right, which polo should I wear today?
Yeah.
And I
Swimming
picked this
pool.
one
You picked the
without
right one.
the thought of, oh, somebody's going to call me a swimming pool. that did not even come across my mind.
Well, you know, we need to have in here. We need to have the administration from Northwestern come in here.
Yeah, clean it up.
Clean it up. It's hazing.
Where's David Braun?
Yeah.
Derek Greg when you
Where's
need
Greg?
it.
Where's Greg?
Yep.
Where's Greg?
This is hardly comparable.
Never thought of a person looking like a pool. I don't care what they're wearing.
Hey,
Dang,
big,
man.
And he said, "Hey, big swim." That's what he said.
You know,
I shouldn't be laughing.
Stop. I can't.
We're all in trouble.
We're upsetting Pablo and Cruz.
We're not.
You're in trouble. We're not.
All right.
Big Slim might stick.
Oh, yeah.
Big Slim's kind of a cool
I got
nickname.
cool nicknames for you.
You could.
I think we'll call it good on that.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Who's next?
I'm going to
Steve
HR.
Sipple And Bill Busch. I'm Jake Sorensen. See you.
Is this you? You feel the same way every day, and it's not good. You may think there's a magic pill that can fix you. There isn't.